Live. I'll fix my video. Got a camera right here, the Logitech camera, then a computer, and then some lights. And the Logitech camera, it's not the best camera for full body. It's not the best. Maybe I'll shut this curtain some. Actually, it's not good at all. But it's all I can afford right now, and I'm going to have to make do what I have to do. This morning, I'm going to try to share a quote. Okay, I'm saying try to share a quote because I wasn't sure if I could find it. And this quote is from the Bible. I was looking at some quotes this morning. I guess about stress and about similar mindset, a similar mindset of being stressed and burdened and feeling like, there's too much going on. And I came across this quote, and it's Luke 21:19, extremely short. And it says, "Stand firm and you will win life." That's how short it is. Luke 21:19. Stand firm and you will win life. Now, with this quote, I read part of the chapter of that. It's in regards to one of the signs of the end of times, according to Christian theology, or according to the Bible, is that Christians will be prosecuted. And this is the story from the Bible. Whether it's true or not is not what I'm talking about. That's for a Christian to believe and non-Christians to not believe. Whatever. But I'm focused on the moral of the story, the essence of the story, which is when life is hitting you, or you feel like it's hitting you because it's a perception, but when life seems hard, stand firm in your belief. So stand firm if you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Jewish person that follows Judaism or whatever. If you believe in God, stand firm in that belief of God. And stand firm in the truth, capital T, and you will win life. And if you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, you still stand firm in your belief. So the belief is maybe as an atheist, life, I should have a good life. I should be peaceful. If you believe these things, stand firm on that. And what this quote is saying is you will win. This will happen for you. It's almost like the Ernest Holmes or the Center for Spiritual Living, which is they teach a lot of things of you talk what you want into existence. So if you believe those things and stand firm on them, and you will win life. They will happen. So that's a interpretation of that verse. And if you don't believe my interpretation, that's fine. That's my interpretation. That's what I feel. A week from now, it could change, actually. And if you don't like the verse, then hey, you don't like it. That's okay too. I'm gonna open this door. I'm gonna lock the door. Then open it. No, I had to unlock the door. Okay, so today we're going to begin an easy pose, and we're going to do movements in the easy pose like we've been doing. And the reason I stay with the easy pose and the sun salutations and certain poses is because the camera limits me on doing more poses because it has this wide angle and makes me look funny. Like here, I'll show you. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching this video anyway. So like that optical illusion where one guy's here and one guy's here, and then they're both the same size, but the room makes you look smaller. So we're going to begin an easy pose with these movements, focusing on breathing. Still a great yoga routine, actually. Probably, yeah, any yoga routine is great because what it's about is focusing on the breathing and becoming one, which is yoga. And then we'll move into mountain pose and 2 slow sun salutations, and then we'll end it in mountain pose, focusing on the breathing, watching yourself breathe, getting rid of the mindset. This is the mind, this is the body, getting rid of the mindset of control, non-acceptance, judgment, all the thoughts of negativity, even thoughts that are of saying, hey, I'm perfect, I'm great. Get rid of all those thoughts. When those thoughts leave and you focus just on the breathing, your mind and body become one. And then you're doing yoga. That is yoga. So let's go to easy pose. Back is straight. Hands are to your knees. Maybe the hands are in your lap. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe you're against the wall. Wherever you are, just accept it. Again, let go of thinking, man, I should be doing it this way, or I should be doing it that way. Let go of that mindset and just focus on the breathing. Let the mind and body become one. And you do that by focusing on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. You can tilt the head to the right ears to the right shoulder, back stays straight, shoulders stay level. You just focus on the breathing. Now here, when you're focusing on the breathing, it heightens your awareness, makes you aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck, makes you aware of maybe something that you're feeling in the lower back or in your knee. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're just focusing on the breathing, aware of that stuff. And bring the right hand to the side of the head. Relax the arm. So the arm is relaxed, and the weight of the arm is bringing the head down. Keep the breath. Can't speak yet. Keep the back as straight as you can. And if you're pulling, try not to pull too much. It's natural to pull. But try not to, and if you are, try not to pull as much. Just let the body go where the body goes and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And again, that heightens your awareness of what's going on in the body. Heightens your awareness, the stretch in the left side of the neck. Then go ahead and release, heads back to center. Tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder, back straight or as straight as you can get it, right shoulder's down. You're focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. The left hands to the side of the head. Relax the arm. Let the weight of the arm bring the head down. Keep the right shoulder down. Focus on the breathing. Again, when you're focused on the breathing, it heightens your awareness of what's going on in the body. You may feel the stretch in the right side of the neck. You may feel what you call an issue or a problem in the lower back or in your knee or even in your foot, wherever it may be, maybe in your shoulder. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're just focusing on the breathing, aware of those feelings in the body, but you're not focused on it. Important mindset. Just be aware of what's going on, and then bring the head to center. So when you're aware of what's going on, you realize eventually that you're just the watcher, the observer. You're not the issues. You're going to drop the head back. So the head is not jarring back. The chin is going straight up. Makes your back go straight. Just focus on the breathing. Bring the knuckles under the chin, pushing up. So you push straight up. You're not pushing back. You're pushing straight up. Just focus on the breathing. And bring the chin down to the chest. Try not to roll the back, so you keep the back as straight as you can. Clasp the fingers together, palms to the back of the head. Relax the arms, so the weight of the arms become heavy, and that is what allows the head to go down. So I just heard the dog bark. I'm not sure if you heard the dog. He's 3 minutes early. Actually, he used to bark around this time, 5:42 or so. Then he started barking around 5:47 or 8. That's when you know you've been doing the same routine at the same time every day. So go ahead and release. You start picking up on something that's consistent, like the dog barks. I know the dog used to bark at 5:42, 41. I have a clock right there. That's what I'm pointing at. And then he started barking, and then a day that he's not barking because it may be a Saturday or Sunday because his owner, I don't know whose dog or how far the dog is down the street, but I'd be off work, so he doesn't let the dog out that early. So neck rolls, drop the head to the right, down and around. Probably a story you shouldn't share. Like, who cares about the dog? Hey, that's the way it is, man. So when the head drops down, you're exhaling, the head is going up, you're inhaling, and you're linking this movement with the breathing. So the movement is linked with the breathing. So you exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. Focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness, allows you to know what's going on in the body. Then when the head goes to the top, reverse. So you're aware of the stretching that's happening in the neck, the movement. Maybe you're aware of an issue that you so-called have in the lower back. I say so-called because it is what it is. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. And when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back down and around. Shoulders are going up. You're inhaling, the shoulders going back and down. You're exhaling. And you're focused on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Make you aware of the movement. This is why or how. So bring the shoulders to the ears and go ahead and reverse. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. This is how the movement becomes more than just a movement. It becomes a form of a moving meditation. And then it's a very subtle movement, which is important too, because, and then when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to the center. Because it allows us to focus on subtleness. Be aware of subtleness, focus on the breathing. And in our world, we forget about subtleness. Very important to know what's going on. So go ahead and drop down to the right, down around from the trunk rotations. As you go down, your back is straight, reaching out, exhaling, and as you go up, you're inhaling. So exhale as you go down and around, inhale as you go up. Let the movement link with the breathing. So the body is following the breathing. It's not the other way around. And then eventually they link together and it becomes one movement. The mind and body connect as one. And that is yoga. And then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Focus just on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And it heightens your awareness and lets you know what's going on in the body. And the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Half spinal twist, left hand is on the right knee. Think of the spine, pull yourself up. So the right arm goes up, reaching up. Then you twist, palm goes to the floor, it's in the back. Arm is straight, and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting, and you're focused on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now here, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, so it slightly pushes you out of the pose. Let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, you go back into the pose. It's a subtle movement. You're aware of the movement. You're not focused on the movement, but you're focusing on the breathing. And make sure the head is twisting. And then go ahead and release. Back to center. Now you're going to do the other side. So the right hand goes on the left knee. Left arm goes up. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor, it's on the back. Arm is straight. It's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting. And you're focused on the breathing. And again, when you inhale, the belly swells with air. And it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, you go back into the pose. Let yourself be pushed out. Let yourself go back in. And just be aware of that movement, focusing on the breathing. And make sure the head is twisting. And then go ahead and release back to center. Hear the dog? Now he seems further than he usually does, but he's way, probably 3 houses over. Sounds like a little dog, actually. Could be a big dog with a little dog's voice or sound. Now here, the back is straight, hands are to your knees, maybe they're in your lap. Again, you could be against the wall, you could be leaning back like this, but wherever you are, all we're doing here is watching ourselves breathe. So you're going to watch yourself breathe, and you do this by bringing your focus to the belly. As you inhale, the belly expands, and you exhale, the belly goes in. Or bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. Now it's natural to watch yourself breathe and then start controlling it. But you want to let go of the mindset of control and just watch yourself breathe. So you're already breathing automatically. So you're just letting go of control and just watch it. And then what happens is that you realize you're the watcher. You realize you're not control. Now, in English, that doesn't make sense. You're not control, but you're not. So just watch as the watcher, the observer. Now, we're going to go to mountain pose. So you bring yourself up. Move my pillow out the way. And then we're going to do 2 sun salutations. Now, with mountain pose, the feet are shoulder width apart. Toes come up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. So you begin with the pinky and work your toes. Each one touches one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms and shoulders are relaxed. So no tension in the arms or the shoulders. And feel yourself elongating. You can't see my hand because it disappears, but all I'm doing is acting like there's a thread going through the body. Pull yourself up, and then you line up the skeleton where the skeleton is just standing. So all the bones are just positioned just right where the skeleton would stand by itself if you were just the skeleton. Find that spot and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Again, you're just watching yourself breathe. And bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves. Elbows into the sides of the legs. And you are pulling yourself in and down, but you're only going to the spot right before, can't speak, right before you feel like you should go any further. You just find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now in this pose, when you're inhaling, just like the spinal twist, you're going to let yourself out of the pose slightly because the belly swells with air and pushes you out. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in and you go back into the pose. Now you're just aware of that movement, but you're not focused on it. You're focusing on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back. We do a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. And if you're arched, the back is doing a scoop. So this is your head. You're scooping and pushing forward. If the back is straight, you're elongating. But either way, you're going to open up, feel opened, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Now, if the knee is too much over the toes, you're going to lengthen up some. So try to get the knee behind the toes if you can. Then just settle and focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now with the back foot, you're going to curl the toes under, knee goes up into a high lunge, so you make the leg as straight as you can. We're not going to stay here. We'll just settle here for a second or so, then move into the downward dog. With the downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, and you're pushing into this pose, pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. Now you slide into the upper dog, so you drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up, tops of the feet are to the floor, of course the palms are to the floor. And then if you need to modify, I can't speak this morning. If you need to modify the pose, just bring yourself down to the small cobra, no pressure on the hands, so the hands are touching the floor, but you're not pushing up, you're pulling up. You're using the back muscles, which are pull muscles, or just go with hands and knees, or go to the upper dog and modify it, or do the upper dog perfectly, or so-called perfectly. But if you're doing so-called perfectly, still let go of the mindset of, hey, I'm doing perfectly. Let go of that mindset so the mind and body can connect. Once you're settled, you let go, trying to be somewhere. So back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, and you're pushing into it. And just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now you can bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, and they're pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or maybe arched. Remember, if the back is arched, you're doing a scoop and you're pushing. So you're pushing the hips and the back, and the head's going up, and the back straight. You're just elongating and you're stretching out. And just make sure the front knee is not over the toe or over the toes. Just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, pull the toes under, high lunge, so the knee goes up, get the leg as straight as you can, then move into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. And again, inhale, last salutation. We're just doing 2. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Again, focusing on the breathing heightens your awareness, allows you to know what's being stretched, allows you to know of, hey, man, my back doesn't feel good here, or my hamstrings are feeling too tight. Let go of that mindset. You're aware of it, but you're focusing on the breathing. Now, palms to the sides of the feet. Let's do the right leg back. Low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, opening up and just focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, then moving the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor, and you're pushing into it. And just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. And slide into the upper dog, go down to the knees and the chest, slide up. And back to downward dog, pushing into it. Remember, modify everything that you need to modify. You're your own guru. That's what we're learning. Listen to your body. Follow your own body. Follow your own thinking. Right foot is up between the hands. Low lunge. Low lunge. Up the foot to the floor. Knees to the floor. You're opening up. Focusing on the breathing. So wherever you are, feel opened. Right? Even as the yoga instructor, I know my back is not straight or arched. I can't get it stretched or arched. That's just the way my back is. But it's okay. I accept it. I'm opened. I focus on the breathing. And then when you let go of that mindset of judgment of, man, I should do it this way, or I'm doing it perfectly, let go of all that so the mind and body can connect. Because when the mind and body is connecting, then you're doing yoga. High lunge. So here for a second or two. Then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, turn the palms out, push your down and out. And then back to mountain pose. Remember, mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart, knees are bent, hips are tilted. And you're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. So if you were just your skeleton is just standing by itself. Find that spot. Line up the bones. Elongate yourself. And then just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So watch yourself breathe. Just like I explained when we were in easy pose. Just watch it. You're already breathing automatically, so just watch it. And what happens is that you realize you're the watcher. You realize you're not your thoughts. You start just watching your thoughts. You're not wrapped up in your thoughts, allowing your thoughts to make you think. That is who you are. You're not that. In yoga philosophy, at least, you're not that. You're the watcher. Bring the palms together. Namaste. That's it. So that was number 96. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 100. 96, 97, 98, 90. Right. Wait, no, it's 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 4 more, then I'll have 100. Then I'll have 265 more to go. Nothing. Seems like a lot, but you just do it every day just because it's part of your routine. Boom. After the first week or two, it just became a routine where I wake up and do yoga 5:30 to 6. Became just part of my routine. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Arizona time. So namaste, peace and love.